Buried at the centre of the Stonehenge ring, we find the altar stone. 5,000 years ago, this 6-ton rock was dragged the length of the UK from Scotland, just north of Inverness, to England. And this means that the altar stone travelled the furthest distance to be here at Stonehenge. That distance is 500 miles in fact, and this implies a huge level of industrious effort 5,000 years ago, and that the people who chose this stone, apart from scouting it far and wide, this stone must have had unique properties that they knew about. Isn't this mind-numbing to consider? This truly highlights the unbelievable mystery of Egyptians inexplicably moving 80-ton stone blocks 500 miles from Aswan to the Great Pyramid and then lifting those blocks hundreds of feet above ground level. What is it about our ancient world? How could these feats be possible 5,000 years ago, or even older than that? Blocks of stone at Baalbek weigh 1,200, 1,400 and 1,600 tons. Researchers are amazed that ancient man moved a 6-ton block from Scotland to England with primitive tools. Yet all around the world, they were moving stones that far exceed these values. How were they doing this? The famous stone circle in southern England has confused historians for centuries, but researchers have revealed new and unexpected information about the monument's 6-ton altar stone. It was long believed that this stone, which sits in the middle of the iconic circle, and it was long believed that this came from Wales, but new research suggests it actually came hundreds of miles away from Scotland. This raises new questions about transportation methods 5,000 years ago. A geological study of the altar stone shows it likely came from the Arcadian Basin in Scotland, and that is at least 500 miles away from Stonehenge. The research was published in the journal Nature, and we will link that below. And within the research, the team describe how understanding the provenance of megaliths used in the Neolithic stone circle at Stonehenge in England gives insight into the culture and connectivity of prehistoric Britain. The source of the altar stone, the central recumbent sandstone megalith, has remained unknown until now, with recent work discounting an Anglo-Welsh basin origin. Detrital age comparisons to sedimentary packages throughout Britain and Ireland reveal a remarkable similarity to the Old Red Sandstone of the Arcadian Basin in northeast Scotland. Such a provenance implies that the altar stone, a 6-ton shaped block, was sourced at least 500 miles away from its current location. The difficulty of long distance overland transport of such a massive cargo from Scotland, navigating topographic barriers, suggests that it was transported by sea, and such routing demonstrates a high level of societal organisation with intra-Britain transport during the Neolithic period. The findings point to the existence of unexpectedly advanced transport methods and societal organisation at the time of the stone's arrival at its current location in southern England, and this is about 5,000 years ago. The lead author of this new research, PhD student Anthony Clark from the Timescales of Mineral Systems group within Curtin's School of Earth and Planetary Sciences, and he said, analysis of the age and chemical composition of minerals within fragments of the altar stone matched with certainty with rocks from northeast Scotland, while at the same time we clearly differentiated them from Welsh bedrock. Our analysis found specific mineral grains in the altar stone are mostly between an incredible 1,000 to 2,000 million years old, while other minerals are around 450 million years old. This provides a distinct chemical fingerprint suggesting that this stone came from the rocks in the Arcadian Basin in Scotland, and that is at least 500 miles away from Stonehenge. Given its Scottish origins, the findings raise fascinating questions, considering the technological constraints of the Neolithic era, as to how such a massive stone was transported over vast distances in 2600 BC. The smaller stones, the blue stones that form the inner horseshoe and outer circle, are known to have been quarried from the Preseli Hills of western Wales. For the last century, the belief was that the altar stone, made from a type of sandstone, the belief was that this stone was picked up en route to Stonehenge from Swansea, and the larger Saracen stones that weigh up to 30 tons, they are believed to have been brought from the Marlborough Downs, only 20 miles away from Stonehenge. In research that rewrites the textbooks, geologists use techniques from the mining industry to study mineral crystals within the sandstone. Not only were there different types of minerals, but by studying traces of radioactive uranium within the crystals, the scientists had an atomic clock that could be used to establish their age. That gave the stone a unique signature that matched with 99% certainty rock from northeast Scotland. One possibility is that this stone could have been brought down from Scotland on a barge sailing down the coast of Britain, because mountains and dense forests would have made overland transport almost impossible. It is entirely unclear what was so special about this sandstone of northeast Scotland that made it worthwhile to transport it to southern England. What do you guys think about this? Why the effort to gather stones from all over the UK? What were they trying to do at Stonehenge? Harness a great energy from above? Perhaps they needed different types of stone for that purpose. And how did ancient man know about these properties within the stone, when we have only just discovered these properties with the use of advanced modern technologies? What is going on? Sky News reported on this discovery. Here's what they had to say about it.
The mystery of Stonehenge just got deeper. New research reveals that 5,000 years ago, the altar stone largely buried at the centre of the ring was brought from northern Scotland and not from Wales as previously thought. Somehow Neolithic people with only primitive tools moved a 6-ton rock the length of Britain. The scientists were stunned.
This sort of transportation distance is amazing. It looks like a sandstone rock that's micaceous, so it's a little bit glittery. You would think, oh wow, there's rocks like this in pretty close to here. I would have expected it to come from there, but no, absolutely gobsmacked. It's definitely Scottish. So,
and well worth bringing that distance, quite clearly.
for these people, that rock had a lot of significance.
The new finding means Stonehenge was built with rocks brought from across the island of Britain. The largest, the 25-ton sarsen stones, were brought from the Marlborough Downs in Wiltshire, just 20 miles away. The smaller blue stones were transported from the Preseli Hills in West Wales, a distance of 140 miles. And now research shows the altar stone came the furthest, 500 miles from the Orcadian Basin that lies north of Inverness.
How exactly the stone was transported so far is unclear. If it came over land, people would have had to bring it through dense forests and over mountains. Alternatively, it could have been brought by sea on a giant raft. But this is a huge stone.
The geologists used techniques from the mining industry to study crystals within the altar stone. It provided a unique signature that matched rocks in Scotland.
It certainly implies a huge level of communication, exchange, people travelling. It's quite hard for us with our modern mindset, I think, to imagine.
The finding gives archaeologists more to ponder. Stonehenge was probably a temple, but why a rock from Scotland had such significance is a puzzle.